Hello everyone, welcome to another perfect English video. Today we are going to be taking a look at a very famous holiday, and you might be surprised at what you find out. So, let's get started. This is Father's Day, okay? We are talking about Father's Day, and the first bit of information that might surprise you is that Father's Day is on a different day in Taiwan as it is compared to in America. In Taiwan, because August 8th is Ba Ba, the 8th month, 8th day. That means that it sounds like the Chinese word for dad, which is Baba. So, for tradition's sake, Taiwan has made Father's Day on August 8th every year. But English is not the same as Chinese, so this little joke doesn't make sense in America. So instead, Americans have decided to put Father's Day on the third Sunday in June every year, which means that it can be on a different day every year. For example, this year, it was on June 20th, I believe. All right, so that's the first bit of Father's Day information that might be a little bit surprising. It's not the same everywhere. It's actually around the world, wherever you go, you're gonna find different days for Father's Day more often than not. But let's talk about why it's important. What makes Father's Day an important day? Well, it's really because to a lot of people, fathers are very important. If we talk about the way that fathers influence us, having a strong father or even a strong man in your life creates a role model for you as a child to grow up. You look up to that person and you know what it means to be a good man or a strong man or a smart man, a responsible man, a capable man. Okay? Without having a good father figure in your life, doesn't have to be your father, could be your stepfather, could be a teacher, could be just a neighbor that you look up to. Without having someone like that in your life, it can be really hard to know what it means to be a good man or what a good man looks like. So fathers are important for this reason. We also know that fathers traditionally, and this is a good word to emphasize here, traditionally means that in the past this was true and this is how we feel is normal, but now it's a little bit different sometimes, okay? So traditionally, fathers will earn most of the money for the family. Usually, the father, even today, will make more money than the mother. Sometimes the mother won't have a job, and their job will be to take care of the home and the kids. So we have a traditional relationship here to talk about. So mothers are seen as, in the past, caretakers of kids in the house. Now, it's very normal for mothers to also have jobs. And they sometimes earn even more than the fathers do. Okay, but traditionally, fathers are the ones who are working. And they often work long hours. And they work hard to get enough money to pay for all of their family's expenses. So that is the traditional role of a father. And one reason why fathers are very important. But nowadays, this is a good word too. Nowadays, fathers actually have more responsibilities at home. They will share the chores with their wives and their kids. So fathers will be doing chores at home too. Whereas in the past, many fathers didn't do any chores. Now it's pretty normal for the father to be helping out at home. And I think this is a good thing. Okay? All right, so let's move on. I want to talk really quick about the difference between Father's Day and Mother's Day. When you think about Father's Day and Mother's Day, which holiday is more important in Taiwan? I would say that traditionally, Mother's Day is seen as more important. People put a lot of love and respect on mothers in Taiwan because mothers work really hard for their kids. But it's important to realize that fathers work hard for their kids too. Father's Day should be just as important as Mother's Day. Okay? But one problem for Father's Day is that in most countries, including both Taiwan and America, Father's Day happens to be during summer vacation, okay? In America, it's during June, which is the beginning of summer vacation for most schools in America. We don't have school in June. But in Taiwan, it's in August, and you are also not at school in August. So that means that your teachers at school can't have a big Father's Day project. So I think that is one of the reasons why Father's Day doesn't get so much attention compared to Mother's Day. But this year, maybe you can switch things up a little bit and try to put a little bit more effort into Father's Day and do something special for your dad, or at least say something so that they know that they aren't forgotten. So remember, this year, show your father how grateful you are this Father's Day. I also want to introduce one more concept here, which I think is an interesting one. Around the world, there is something called dad jokes. It actually is true in some different languages, many different languages. The concept of dad jokes is the same. For whatever reason, dads like to kind of annoy their kids with a special kind of joke called a pun. All right, so let's take a look at a dad joke. This is a very, very classic dad joke right here. Let's imagine that we have a boy, and the boy says, "Oh, Dad, I'm hungry. I'm hungry, Dad." And the dad says, "Oh, hi, hungry. I'm Dad." So it's a joke because the kid says, "I'm hungry," just like they would say, "I'm Peter." They say, "I'm hungry." So the dad chooses to say, like that's their name. They say, "Oh, hi, hungry. I'm Dad." That is an example of a dad joke. So think about that. Has your dad ever made a joke like this before? Is this true here in Taiwan too? Or is this just an English thing? All right. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you learned a little bit, and I hope that you were able to listen to this content and start to understand a little bit more about why Father's Day is so important and should be given even more attention than it already gets. Thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.